All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're here, get ready because the sprint cars with Dirt Anarchy are ready to run at Volusia. These guys are out here on the track, middle of practice, getting ready to roll. We've got a couple minutes until qualifying starts, so we are going to take a quick look at our TikTok page. It's a little karting video I put out, so if you guys are interested in dirt oval karts, check it out. Get ready to go. So, here we go. Commercial break. NRI machining. The difficult we do right away, and the impossible will take a little longer. Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy is an independent retail pharmacy offering prescriptions, a full line of over-the-counter medication products, and gifts for family and friends. The pharmacy offers in-store pickup, drive-through pickup, and delivery. Contact us by phone at 740-259-0041 or visit our Facebook page. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the drivers are out on the track and they are going to qualify. So we'll bring it up. Matthew Croak out there setting the time right now. Not sure who had quick time in practice. Looks like it was Tony Martin with a 12.568. Drivers are out there qualifying right now. Matthew Croak out on track. Ian Humphreys out on track. David Garman out on track. Matthew Croak with a quick time of 12.914. Got a lot of guys left to go. See if that time can get beat. Matthew Croak with a 12.717. Your quick time here tonight is Matthew Croak so far. Got quite a bit of guys left to go. Tony Martin out on the track, quick time in practice. We will watch him spin some laps. Got his way up to second, 12.896. Tony Martin out there, turning and burning. Tony Martin gonna get himself all the way together in the sprint cars. Last lap, 12.900. Looks like Croak may or may not be the quick time tonight. Brandon Starnes goes out and hits qual lap. 12.806. So far, Croak is out front. 12.717. Not sure if Brandon Starnes is going to race or not. He did turn 12.806, so that's pretty quick. But Tony Martin with a 12.896. David Garman with a 12.920. We are at the 410 sprints at Volusia. I hope you guys are ready because I'm ready to get this race underway. If we take a second, we'll look at the info and check the format. Not sure what is going to happen, but for the feature, it is a 40-lap feature. So, 2 heat races. Going to be one 40-lap feature. The warm-up in between. Not sure if they're going to run the B main. They may or may not let the track get worn a little bit more. But looks like almost all the drivers have turned their laps, waiting on a 1. We're about halfway through qualifying right now for the time. So, if you guys are out there watching the stream, thank you so much for coming out. Appreciate everybody coming out and supporting the guys and supporting me. We're going to take a quick look at the sponsor page. Up on the top left, that's who's out here on the track now. Dirt Anarchy, you see him out there in the 410 sprints at Volusia for a 40-lap feature. Dirt Anarchy's sponsors include Anarchy Custom Wraps and Designs, 06 Racing Productions, Buckwheats Customs, 4M Customs, Adrenaline Spike Designs, and NRI Machining. And our constant sponsor for Dirt Static Esports is NRI Machining. My sponsors include Blueprint Event Rentals and Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy. There we go. They're out there on the grid. Heat race number 1. Looks like we may only be running 1 heat race. So, sitting on your pole position in the number 2 car, Matthew Croak. Starting in second, outside pole, the number 22, Tony Martin. Smoky Designs by Andy. Starting in third place, inside row number 2, 06 Racing Productions. It's the number 06, David Garman. Starting outside row number 2 in fourth place, number 53, Ian Humphreys. Starting inside row 3, number 19, Trevor Schrader. Starting outside row number 3 in sixth position, number 34, Falcon Smith. And rounding out your field, the number 133, Matthew Helm. Drivers are out there on the track, in staging, ready to get this underway. You can see it on the screen. Matthew Croak, he's going to be the man to beat tonight in the sprint cars. Just waiting on a couple more people to grid up, and we are going to be underway. I did mention last week I had that little miniature procedure done, doing a lot better with that, but still having a little bit of complications with it, a little bit of pain after the little procedure I have to have done every 2 weeks. I have to go in and do some kind of crazy stuff to it, get it all fixed. Every time I go get that done, it is a little painful, but after it's all said and done, I'll be a lot better off because of it. So glad that we have the medical research and the doctors that we have nowadays to be able to take care of things like that. Big shout out to my doctor. He's been great. You know, had a little confusion when we first got down there, but the hospital did everything they could to figure it out. We got everything done, and everything was good to go and in order. So, all right, staging is complete. Drivers are making their way around the track. They are ready to roll. This is heat race number 1. It's going to be a 10-lap event. Croak is the quick man on the track. He's going to be the man to beat. So, the number 2. Let's see if everybody else can chase him down. Drivers making their way around the track. I do believe the pace truck's going to take him by one more time. The official pace truck of iRacing. I've had a lot of fun running on dirt, especially with Dirt Anarchy. The league's got a lot of great people in it. It's always been a blessing to come out here and race with these guys. I have a great time every time I come out. Great community that they've built here. Brandon Starnes, the league owner, has done an absolute fantastic job of building a league and creating something that everybody can have fun in. That's really what our goal is here, you know, with Dirt Anarchy. We love having high car count races and having a lot of competition, but it just gets too serious sometimes. So we just like to have fun, you know, and that's really what the league was created for. And I'm glad that we have this outlet that we can come out and just have a good time with a lot of buddies that we met. So pace truck's dipping off. Croak is going to take off on the green flag. Green flag flies. Croak with a great jump off the start. Holy cow, 3/10 of a gap already off the lead. Croak doing a great job holding on to the car. Tony Martin in second place. Humphrey's going to try to run him down. This is fast pace. These are 410 sprints. Whole lot of horsepower underneath these cars. And you can tell by how fast they're moving around the track. Tony Martin, the number 22, going to try to run down number 2 of Croak. We'll take a little bit different look from up in the press box. Croak, the race leader. Martin in second. Garmin in third. Humphreys in fourth. And Schrader rounding out the top 5. Sprint cars are always a little bit spread out. That's all right. It don't take but a lap to catch back up. So might get a little bit interesting later as the track slicks off. I know one of the better sprint car drivers I have seen is the 06 of David Garmin. David Garmin is one of the fastest sprint car drivers in the league. He does an absolute fantastic job no matter what track he's on. I'd like to see how he fares after the update on Volusia. Croak with a comfortable 1 second lead coming around lap number 7. Martin in second, Garmin in third, Humphreys in fourth, and Schrader in fifth. Smith's going to round out the end of your field. Croak doing an excellent job keeping the car straight and hold on to it, keeping plenty of horsepower on the track. Not throwing it off, keeping the tires nice and tight. We'll take a look at the leader's nose up here. You kind of see what he's going through as he's going through the track. Tell what line he's running, kind of middle to high. Diving down a little bit, going down to the low line here. White flag's out. You can see the flag stand up there waving. Croak is on his way to victory in heat race number 1. He has got it figured out. He's going to come around to the checker. What a great race by the number 2, Croak. V1 finisher, Martin in second, Garmin in third, Humphreys in fourth, and Schrader in fifth. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see. I do believe that they are going to run the B main. I don't think they're going to advance it. They may or may not. We will figure it out. So, take a look at the sponsor page. I know we look at it a lot, but that's all right. I love to give these guys shout-outs because, I mean, like I say all the time, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. Dirt Anarchy, whenever you run iRacing, you have to pay for all these races. Every time you host a lobby, you have to pay for it, and a lot of these sponsors help pay for that stuff. Helps pay for the driver payouts, different stuff like that. So it's absolutely a necessity to have the sponsors. That way we don't have guys just out here having to pay out of pocket and just break the bank to come out here and run this league. But definitely big shout out to all the sponsors for coming out and helping. Even if they don't do one thing for the league, we can always find something else they can do. I know David Garmin and 06 Racing Productions does a good job with a lot of the commercials and A lot of the YouTube shorts and the videos that you see that gets posted up by Dirt Anarchy on Facebook and on YouTube. Drill and Spike Designs does a great job of doing the wraps for the guys for the league. It's just absolutely fantastic to have guys like that in your corner. So we'll get back to the live screen. Here we go. B-main event. Schrader, number 19, starting out on pole. In second place outside pole, Falcon Smith. Almost looks like a dash. This is your B main. Both gentlemen on the track are racing for position. Race truck's going to bring him around one more time. We're going to get this thing underway. I do know that a storm is coming in. Apparently supposed to have 100 mile an hour winds. Don't know if that's going to happen. Hopefully the electric doesn't go out. I know Nasworthy mentioned in the comments that he did have his electric go out earlier. Hopefully it doesn't happen here. But green flag's out. Schrader, good lead off the start. Smith in second place. Both these drivers are newer drivers to the league. Just came in recently. I don't know if it was this season, maybe been last season, but it's always great to have new people coming out and racing in the league. Fantastic to have new people. I've met a lot of people over my course of being with the league, Dirt Anarchy, and I don't have a negative thing to say about anybody in the league. I think that we've got a absolute fantastic thing going here. A lot of guys that take a shirt off their back just to help you out, and that's really what it's all about. It's a lot of guys that just want to come together and help each other and have fun, and definitely accomplish that with this league. I've had a great time being a part of it. So big thanks to Brandon Starnes, big thanks to co-owner Michael Mitchell for making that happen. So Schrader out front using the B main to get the track worn in a little bit more for the feature, makes it a little bit more racy whenever it does come to it. And it's all fun to be on a tacky track, but the real racing starts when the slick comes in. Schrader's out there turning laps, 13.065. Smith in second with a 13.395. Smith a lot faster that time by with a 13.140. Making his way around the track. Number 34, Falcon Smith. We will take a second to give a shout out to the sponsors one more time. I'll just take a look at the sponsor page. Dirt Anarchy are the ones that are out here driving right now. All the sponsors around there on the outside, except for Blueprint Event Rentals. Dirt Anarchy sponsors. Mine include Blueprint Event Rentals and Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy. If you need anything for pharmaceutical needs, hit up Brandon Holbrook at Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy. Absolute fantastic pharmacy. Does a lot of things for his customers. Goes out of his way to make sure that everybody's taken care of, and absolute fantastic business that Brandon started there. So look them up on the internet. They're located on Lucasville Medford Road, right across from Valley Schools, across from the Lucasville Prison. And then Blueprint Event Rentals, my stepbrother owns that company. Does ceremonial tent. Ceremonial tent sets them up for all kinds of different things. So if you ever need any ceremonial tents for a wedding or maybe a graduation or anything, hit up Tread Cunningham with Blueprint Event Rentals. You can find them online. He's also located right behind Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy. Here in the B main, Schrader out front, white flags out. It's going to bring the B main to a close. That's going to be the end of a little 360 out of Schrader right there at the end. Here we go. Drivers are going out for the warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. We're going to take this time to go and check out the YouTube karting trailer. I started a new series on YouTube. I hope everybody is enjoying it as much as I am, but it absolutely has been a blast. So we're going to go and take a look at it. Thank you guys so much for all the support, all the love and support for the channel and for the drivers. So let's check out this trailer. ladies and gentlemen, that was the trailer for the go-kart racing. I hope y'all enjoyed that. If you guys do want to go and watch that full video, I do have it posted up on YouTube right now. I also have the previous race. I didn't get to race a whole lot. Fuel pump went out on the cart. Hopefully next week we'll have everything ironed out. But definitely gonna have a whole lot more content. I've had a great time racing the karts. I've had a really great time recording this stuff too. I've been able to record a lot of the races for the guys out there. They get to go back and kind of reflect on it and kind of watch their lines too. So it's been quite a bit of fun. I've had a great time doing it. Excuse me, but it's been absolutely fantastic. I've had so much fun doing that. I haven't been on a racetrack, an actual racetrack, in years, and it was great to finally go out there and be able to crack into a throttle and just have fun with a bunch of guys that love racing just as much as I do. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the A main at Volusia. The 410 Sprints. Dirt Anarchy is about to take on the tight turns of the Volusia Raceway. Track's a little bit more slicked off, rubbed off now than it was for heat race number 1, so it's going to be a little bit dicey, but they're ready to tackle it. Starting out on pole, your quick time qualifier, your quick man in heat race number 1, 410 Sprint driver for Dirt Anarchy. Number 2, Matthew Croak. Starting outside pole, the number 22, Tony Martin, Smoky Designs by Andy. Starting in 3rd place, 06 David Garman. Starting in 4th place, the number 53 Ian Humphreys. Starting in 5th place, the number 19 Trevor Schrader. Starting in 6th, the number 34 Falcon Smith. And I guess we'll say honorable mention Matthew Helm in the number 133. So drivers getting ready out there on the track, ready to roll. Ladies and gentlemen, they are out there and ready to go. Green flag's out. Croak with a great lead off the start. Martin in 2nd. David Garman working down on the low side inside of the 22. Ian Humphreys out on the outside of David Garman trying to work his way. It has been some good racing so far out of the super lates and out of the sprints. We are going to see how far they can take it. Oh, there we go. Matthew Croak still out with the lead. We'll take a look here. Pit lane as they make their way around. Croak still well out front. Tony Martin in 2nd. Humphreys moved his way up into 3rd. David Garman's dropped all the way back. Schroeder's going to be in 4th. Right out of the top 5 is going to be Smith. David Garman had a little bit of an incident there. Not sure what happened, but it bumped him all the way back into 6th place. Tony Martin, the 22, got quite a bit of wins under his belt, 2 in the last week. Did an absolute fantastic job in the super lates. And he is trying to make it in the sprint cars right now. Done a great job this season, Tony Martin. Great to see. Matthew Croak still the race leader. Way out front. 1.7 second gap on the 2nd place of Tony Martin. Ian Humphreys trying to work on a line. The number 53, Ian Humphreys, trying to work on a line to get by the 22 of Tony Martin. Schrader and Falcon Smith battling it out for 4th and 5th. We are 8 laps into a 40-lap A main event. Cars are nice and spread out now. Everybody driving in a world of their own. Matthew Croak way out front. Got a 2.3 second gap on 2nd place. He's up front running 13.297. 2nd place is running 13.548. Croak is just in a world of his own here tonight in the 410 sprint cars. Humphreys in 3rd, quicker than Martin. Humphreys running to 13.397. Martin to 13.437. Ian Humphreys might be figuring something out. Martin quicker that time by. Falcon Smith running a 13.412. They are nice and spread out for this A main. We'll take a look back the line. Schrader back here in fourth. Falcon Smith right now in your fifth place position. Not sure what happened to David Garman, but he's turning some decently fast laps back here in the back. Right there is the man out front, the man with a plan. 2.3 second gap, Matthew Croak. We're about to hit 16 laps into a 40-lap A-main event. These are the 410 sprint cars at Volusia, put on by Dirt Anarchy. Like I said before, I've had a great time racing with the league, Dirt Anarchy. It's been something that I wasn't really used to. I will say this is a little sappy, but there is somewhat of a brotherhood whenever it comes to being in this league. The guys really come together and just have a great time, you know. Everybody's there for each other. If somebody has a personal problem going on, I know a while back one of the longtime Dirt Anarchy members, Terry Boswell, had some heart issues, some health issues going on in his life. Everybody kept continuing to check up on Terry, send him pictures of the stuff that was going on in the league and keep him updated. And whenever he came back, he was very grateful of that. So I know that it's not something you usually see, but kind of reminds me of my time back in the military. It was just a real brotherhood, you know, of everybody around you knew had your back 100%. If you had something personal going on, people were going to ask and they were going to find out, and they would help you. They would help you through it, and they'd help you with anything you needed. So it's one of the great things about being in Dirt Anarchy. Everyone in the league is absolutely fantastic and absolutely amazing, and I just appreciate the heck out of all these guys. Great to come out here and broadcast the races for them. It's great to just be a part of everything that they got going on here. So I'd like to give a big shout out to all the sponsors for supporting the page, and a big shout out to all the fans out there watching and supporting the guys and supporting me as we go on this endeavor through life of iRacing. Battle right now is for second place. Looks like David Garman had some issues going back down in the pits. He is back out now. Going to be a couple laps down. Krog has extended his lead. 2.7 second gap between first and second. Humphreys is trying to run down Martin. They got a little battle for second going on here. It has been a great night of racing so far. Matthew Croak, 3 second gap, keeps on extending that lead farther and farther. Matthew Croak is a pretty well-renowned sprint car driver that I hear. I have been on the track with him a couple times, and he's always been way out front. So, pretty good sprint car driver. He is definitely showing his true colors here tonight, doing an excellent job of making it away around this track and putting on a good show for the people. There they are coming around the track, ladies and gentlemen. You can see them all running all kinds of different lines. Tony Martin and Ian Humphreys a little sideways. David Garman disappeared. Holy cow. Caution comes out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a word from the caution sponsor.
Brought to you by NRI Machining, located in Macon, Georgia. The difficult we do right away, the impossible will take a little longer. Call 478-731-0496 for all your machining needs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, not too sure what happened here. We're going to take a look at it. We'll take a look. I know Ian Humphreys got a little sideways right here on the entry. A little overcorrection. He got tight and thought he was going to hit the wall. Not too sure what happened. A little bit of contact out of Schrader and Humphreys. But we are going to take a look and try to see what happened with David Garman, because I don't know what happened here. Looked like David just got a little tight, couldn't turn in, got hooked up into the wall, a little bit of contact, and I mean, man, he went for a whole roll right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hop back over to the live screen. David Garman, not good luck tonight in the sprints. Usually he's one of the better sprint car drivers, but Volusia is a little too elusive. Matthew Croak seems to have it figured out. Tony Martin and Ian Humphreys trying to get it figured out a little bit. But we are about to get this racing back underway. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you've seen them already, but we're going to take a look at the sponsors. Dirt Anarchy, that's who's out here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, up on the top left, we'll give the sponsor shout outs for them. Anarchy Custom Wraps and Designs, 06 Racing Productions, Buckwheats Customs, 4M Customs, Adrenaline Spike Designs, and NRI Machining. NRI Machining is also our constant sponsor. Blueprint Event Rentals and Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy are my sponsors. So, big shout out to all the sponsors for supporting the drivers, supporting the league. Pace truck's going to dip off in turn 3 and 4. We're 29 laps into a 40-lap event. Green flag's going to fly. Little contact off the line. We'll take a look back to see if that shook anybody up. Not sure what's going to happen there. They're going to keep a green flag rolling. Everybody stay straight. Croak out front, the man to beat. He's been fast all night. Got his lead all the way up to 3 seconds. Caution's out. We'll take a word from the caution sponsor.
Brought to you by NRI Machining, located in Macon, Georgia. The difficult we do right away, the impossible will take a little longer. Call 478-731-0496 for all your machining needs.
I think this is going to be considered a racing deal between a couple of the drivers. I believe that they threw the caution because of what happened off the start here, so we'll just take a look at it. It looked like they might have both got a little sideways off the line. Not sure what happened, but oh yeah, you could tell. Matthew Croak straight, and Tony Martin and Ian Humphreys is sideways. I don't think they're going to put anybody at fault there. They're just going to let it roll back. You can just tell they got a little bit sideways and a little bit of contact happening. That just happens sometimes. You go to gas it in the sprint car and it just doesn't really want to, whatever, grab hold of the track. It just spins the tires real bad. There ain't really much you can do about it. You let off throttle too much on the start, you get left, you're on it too much, and you're spinning tires and you're sideways. It's just 410s are a little bit harder to drive than other stuff is, especially once the tires get worn out. I mean, you got to think we're 31 laps into a 40-lap race. The tires are gone. They're probably at 40%, 50%. You go to hit the gas in these things right now, and they are all over the place. Green flag flies. 32 laps into a 40-lap A-main. Croak has been the man out front. We're going to see what happens. He's been flying all night. Let's see if tire wear plays a factor in it. Croak not looking like he's slowed down much. Half a second lead on second place. Schroeder's in second. Martin is in third. These guys are out here giving it their all. Croak all the way out front. We are about to hit 35 laps into a 40-lap event. Give you the rundown. Croak out front. Schrader in second. Martin in third. Ian Humphreys in fourth. And Smith in fifth. Whoa, a little bit of contact here on the front stretch. Not sure what happened. Ian Humphreys and Tony Martin are side by side. Humphreys is sideways. Don't know if he's going to keep it going or not. Croak still out front. Schrader in second. Martin in third. 38 laps into a 40-lap event. The man to watch is the guy right here. Phantom on the side, number 2. We are 38 laps in. Right there on the nose, on the rear end. We're looking all over this car right now. The guy to beat is right here for the last time around. The white flag is out. Croak all the way out front, 7/10 of a gap. He is out there and he is trying to take the checker. Final time by, checker flag's out. Croak first place. What a finish by Matthew Croak. Excellent job out here in the sprint cars tonight. Schrader's going to be the one to come in second. Martin's going to be the one to come in third. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Volusia 410 sprints. Croak out there doing some donuts. Absolute fantastic job out of him. Parking out there on the front stretch right in front of the victory lane sign. What an excellent job out of that driver. Excellent, excellent job. See all three of them lined up here. Get a decent little picture out of that one. Ladies and gentlemen, that was absolutely fantastic. Got all the guys parked out on the front stretch. We are going to go to a short break, and we are going to grab these guys for the interviews. Ladies and gentlemen, with me in the booth, we have your P1 finisher for the 410 sprints at Volusia, Matthew Croak. Matthew, what an excellent race, man. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, during practice here earlier, I did a couple changes with the car, and I felt like it drives kind of like how I want to be driving these, where more I control where the car's going to go, not see where the front end will move to. So I made a couple of those changes, went out for qualifying, found a line that I accidentally missed my line and found the right line. So I kind of knew exactly where to be for the heat race, and then from there it was just kind of run the line where it's tacky.
Well, you did an absolute fantastic job. I think whenever there was 11 to go with that caution, I think you were all the way at a 3-second lead, and that was something to see in a sprint car.
Yeah, it never seems to fail with me having a big lead and then caution comes out and almost ruining my race. So hopefully one of these times we'll get a full green to flag, green to checkered run, and won't have any of those late restarts.
Yeah, it looks like luck was on your side tonight. I mean, you said you ran the wrong line in qualifying and ended up it was a fast line. So I mean, looks like you found something right tonight.
Yeah, it's always one of those deals where you accidentally find the right line and just keep it.
Yeah, well, you did an absolute fantastic job, man. Are sprint cars like your favorite thing to drive? I mean, you're super fast in them, so.
Yeah, actually, when I first started, I was dead set on being a late model guy, but I never could drive them with the old update. And then I found sprint cars, got on a team, and since then they've helped me tremendously get better and better. And with all the help from M9 Setup Shop and all them, it's been always my car to go to and what I'm the best in.
All right. Well, you want to give a shout out to your sponsors?
Yeah, first off, I have to thank you for the broadcast each and every week, Brandon for putting on the league, Phantom Motorsports, Velocity Race Design, RK Farms, Michael Sportswear, M9 Setup Shop, and then I have to give a huge shout out to Joey Lindgren Photography. They take some good photos, so if you need photos, go look at Joey.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your P1 finisher for the 410 sprints at Volusia, Matthew Croak. Matthew, excellent job tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go and grab the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth with me, I have Trevor Schrader. Trevor, excellent job on a P2 finish. Looked like had a little bit of trouble early on, but later on in the race, you definitely found something out and worked your way all to P2. So let us know how you did it.
Yeah, I was just kind of staying back once again. I was like, well, I'm going to save some tires here. I got by David, I think it was, right in the beginning there. And after that move, I kind of just, ran my race again and was like, it's a mind game now. I was just telling Tony that. I'm like, it's a mind game because, previous update, it was like where you wanted to put your car and how fast could you put it there was, determined how fast you were.
Yeah.
Now it's like the complete opposite. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed a lot that tire wear is playing a huge part in these races. I know in the sprint cars you burn them off a lot faster than you do anything else. The more horsepower you got, the more you're going to burn your rubber. But you did an absolute fantastic job. I noticed in the super lates, again, we talked about this whenever you got a podium finish, that you hung back a little bit, saved the tires, and you moved up through the field, and you ended up finishing in a good position. And tonight in the sprints, that ended up being second place in a P2, so it was a great job, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, it was kind of an unfortunate event what happened to Tony and Ian, but gave her a little bit too much gas there on the start and turned their cars, but it happens, It was slick right there, and it happens.
Yeah, I did talk about that too, and the 410s already have so much horsepower, and you get them down to 50 or 55% tread, and you hit the gas a little too hard, and it's just going to send it. So, yeah.
Yep, that's what happened. I was like, whoop.
Yeah.
There they went.
Yeah, well, absolute fantastic finish for you tonight here in the 410s, man, with a P2 finish. Give a shout out to your sponsors.
Yeah, again, Surge Performance, Fusion Setup Shop, and Milner Media and Design. I can't thank them guys enough, and I can't thank you for putting on the broadcast, man.
All right. Thank you very much, man.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Trevor Schrader. Trevor, fantastic job on a P2 finish tonight in the 410s at Volusia.
Yep, appreciate it. Take care, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to grab the last guy, and we will be right back. Tony Martin, how are you?
Oh, all right. I made a few mistakes tonight, but we were lucky enough to walk away with P3, so I'll take it.
Yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, in the booth with me, you heard it already. Tony Martin, the number 22, Smoky Designs by Andy. Always great having Tony in the booth. Absolute fantastic performance tonight. You really stayed even on where you were the entire race. Didn't see you move too far up in the field or too far back. You really stayed right in the same position you were in basically the whole time. Had a little bit of a battle with Ian Humphreys there for a little bit, but you came out victorious in it. Tell us how your race went, man.
Yeah, other than that restart, I got a little throttle heavy there on the start. I keep forgetting with this new update that it'll really take off on you, and just tried to hold where it felt comfortable and keep at it.
Yeah, I think you did a great job, and I've been talking throughout the night, through the super late race and through the 410 race, about how much your driving has improved and how good you've been doing in the league. And I know in the last 7 days alone, you've got 2 wins with Dirt Anarchy. So, and you got a podium finish here tonight. So, I mean, what do you expect here in the next upcoming weeks for the league?
Just keep trying, man. That's all I'm gonna do. Just keep trying.
Yeah, well, Tony, you've been doing an absolute fantastic job, man. I know you got a lot of people out there supporting you. I know I see you said your mom last time we were in the booth together, and I think it was your uncle and your dad, I do believe. I've been out here watching you and supporting you, so it's a good thing to have family support behind you.
Yeah, definitely. That's my brother Andy in there every now and again.
There we go. Yep. I knew it was one of them.
Yeah.
You just name members of the family until you get one right,
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But oh man, it's absolute fantastic finish. I know I have seen you run sprint cars before. I think you've always been more lenient towards them, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I think sprint cars are one of the things that I really haven't touched on iRacing yet, but it's good to see you come out here and get a great P3 finish and be able to come out here and hold your own. So fantastic job, Tony.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate it.
Yep. All right, go ahead and give a shout out to your sponsors.
All right, Smoky Designs by Andy on Facebook and Instagram, and Brandon for the league, and you for always putting on the show for us.
All right, Tony. Thanks, man.
All right, thank you.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, that was Tony Martin, your P3 finisher tonight here at Volusia in the 410s. Tony, excellent job, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of the show. So, if you came out and watched, thank you so much for coming out. I hope you guys enjoyed all the material that I put out. I'm trying to add some new things into the broadcast, trying to add some new things into the stream, trying to get it a little bit more appealing to the crowd. So if you guys could, please just comment down below whenever you see this. If you saw it live, let me know. If you saw it at a later date, let me know just how you liked it. Maybe some things I might need to change. Maybe if you guys have any input whatsoever, I've got open ears. So big thanks and a big shout out to Brandon Starnes and Michael Mitchell, the owner and co-owner of Dirt Anarchy, for putting on the league. Absolute fantastic league. I've enjoyed being a part of it. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So I'm great that I got to start with these guys, and I'm going to be with these guys for a long time. So it's been absolutely fantastic racing with them, and it's been absolutely fantastic putting on a show for all the fans out there and all the drivers. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, thank you very much, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thanks for coming out.